Oh, you have it zoomed down
So
too
did
much. So hello.
you whoop some ass yesterday?
Yeah, I had some pretty good combos. I lost my first game against ironically I lost to Hawk. So it was Shadowhawk versus Hawk. Yeah, right. Oof. But no, he's super good. And he's very, very
With
good.
with or without an E.
Without the E. I still am the original holder of that.
So he's clearly a plebeian.
Yeah, clearly. No, but dude, he's pretty awesome. But
He's not enlightened.
he really isn't. Yeah, not the E for excellence, or for
Yeah.
E girl.
E for enlightened.
No, E for E girl.
E for E girl.
Yeah, E for E girl.
Everyone's favorite E girl, Shadowhawk.
But he told me to play a little bit more aggressive and get in people's faces more. So I kind of just did that, and I won 3 sets back to back to back.
So you punched him in real life.
Yeah. I looked at my wristband that said, "What would Jesus do?" So I lit him on fire and I sent him to hell.
All right. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Who are you?
I'm Ryan.
Who am I?
You're Corey.
And what are we?
We are two guys sitting at our respective computers. But no,
Yeah.
we are the Player Power Podcast
The Player Power Podcast. We're back.
with another one.
Back again. Episode 4.
Yeah, wow.
This is a hot one today. I know, right?
Yeah.
We're on a roll, man.
Yeah, it's kind of sick. It's kind of cool.
We made it past episode 3.
Yeah, that's 2 more steps past episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. So this episode, we're gonna do something real cool. The concept for this episode is that Ryan and I are each picking 2 dead series that we would like to revive from the dead and bring back to life, and possibly talk about how a new game in that series would work. Some stuff that we like about the series that we would want to see return, possibly some new features, just kind of generally talking about what a new game in that series might look like.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much just talk about the iconic things that you liked about the old series, and then if you have any ideas of what you would want it to be, in a new game, especially in today's day and age, if it's a Nintendo game, how the Switch might apply to said game could be cool. Things like that.
Yep.
It'd be very neat. What systems you'd want it on, bunch of things.
Very true. Very true. All right. Before that, though, we got to do everyone's favorite segment. The one. That one.
Yeah, the homework game.
The homework game.
Yeah, so as we always say, me and Corey both have a game for each other, and we're going to give updates on what the game was, how far we've gotten since the last episode. So Corey, you can go first.
All right, so Ryan assigned me Final Fantasy Tactics, and I'm having fun with it. I've been playing a good amount the past few days, I think. I'm getting farther into chapter 2. Yeah, I was asking you the other day. You said that geomancers are trash.
I think geomancers are horribly trash.
That's kind of a bummer because I don't know.
I mean,
I want to try a few different things, but I have Ramza as a monk still.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of still. So story wise, I'm getting farther into chapter 2, so
Mm-hmm.
I got to the princess had been captured, and I already caught back up to Delita.
Okay, nice.
We already had our little run-in with him. We got the princess back.
Yep.
And Delita, it was somewhat civil. You could still tell that there was definitely
some tension.
Some tension there, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But at least he wasn't like, "Fuck you, I want you dead." They were both like, "I hope we meet again."
Yeah, dude, I love hearing these words coming out of you.
I know, it's awesome.
I love the story. I love hearing you tell me about the story so much.
So, I'm finding myself really interested in that aspect of the story, the Ramza and Delita thing, and the kind of their personal relationship and just the way that Ramza fits into the story. But I feel like there's a lot of other external details that I'm kind of missing. Like I feel like there's a lot going on.
There
You
is,
know?
and so like it's kind of funny because I keep telling you like like the farther you get in, the more you'll get it. But like pretty much there's like they do a good job of having there's like, this clear air of like there's a huge plot going on that he's like that you also are like blindly kind of going through. Like there's clearly like going to be like a bigger master
Yeah.
plan that you're going to
Okay.
see, and you'll
So that's cool. So it's almost like we're like Ramza. We're
yeah,
kinda
yeah,
just
they,
like,
they
what
do
the hell's
they
happening?
do a super good job of you being Rams, and then like they do show a couple scenes where you see things that obviously he wouldn't know, but they
Yeah.
do a good job of just really making it mysterious. But like pretty much like
Yeah.
without spoiling it, there'll be like a point where you fight a certain boss, and it'll like start to like the clear objective that everybody has will start to make you'll be like, oh, okay.
All right.
So that's that you're getting pretty close to like the beginning of that.
Yeah,
My
just-
hint
well, just-
yeah, my hint's going to be I don't know if his name is Mustadio in this game, but
Yep, I met him.
nice. Okay, perfect. So
He's
yeah,
a-
you're
yeah, he's a
getting into
guest
it.
already.
Perfect. You're getting into it. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mustadio's a beast.
He's cool.
He is cool.
He's a machinist.
Yep, a machinist. Yep, he uses guns.
Yeah. He's got a pistol.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's funny like watching there's literally a scene where he's like explaining to them what it is.
Yeah,
And
uh-huh,
he's just
uh-huh.
explaining in super basic terms what a gun is, and it's just really funny
Yeah.
to see that in like, you know, in something in a game that has kind of this kind of aesthetic. It's almost
Yeah, it's pretty-
not really medieval, but it's kind of like
It's
that,
like
you know?
steampunky.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Also, so I don't know, maybe I'm just, maybe this is totally off base, but like when during that conversation, they were making reference to the fact that underneath where they were, there were like ancient cities that had like fancy machines and like ruins of airships and stuff. Is that
Uh-huh.
a reference to like other Final Fantasy games?
Um,
Like 9?
So kind of, because there is an Easter egg character you can get Cloud in this game,
Yeah.
as a unit. So like I actually don't remember exactly, but I think it ties into that somehow. But it's more like I guess it's really more like it's just a forgotten age down there, like
Yeah.
and they can just I guess I really don't know if they don't make any direct, I think, like quotation of.
Yeah, so not specifically, but maybe like
Yeah.
You know.
So I guess it's closer to 12 because like the world of Ivalice, which is where you are, is like Ivalice is used
Yep.
in like multiple Final Fantasies, like in other Final Fantasy Tactics, and then in Final Fantasy
really?
12, yeah. So, but this game like came out really, really like this is the first Ivalice, I'm pretty sure, that they do.
Yeah.
Unless, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think Nine's planet is named that.
Yeah.
I actually might be totally wrong. I'm pretty sure this is the first usage of Ivalice. But so I don't know if there actually is a link to that or not. I don't believe there's any names. I'm not sure if you can do this yet, but there's a feature you can do soon at the bar. If you go to the bar area, which is like where you probably are like nobody, like why would I ever go here? There's like nothing to look at in the bar.
tavern?
Yeah, I guess that's what it's called. Yeah, sorry, it was called the bar before.
Well, I've been. That was another thing that I was gonna say is that I started doing the I can't remember the name. For 'em.
Expeditions.
It's just like
Okay.
just like little side missions
Perfect. Yeah. So I was
that you can
that's
send your units on.
yes,
I did
exactly.
it. Well, I did one a while back, and like everything went fine. I just sent some units that I didn't happen to be using,
Yep.
and then where I am right now, where I just paused, I also just started another one with those same units. So.
Yep. Nice.
But yeah, anyways, I got I met Mustadio. He's a guest now. There was just a cut scene about the princess talking about how she was friends with your sister.
Yep.
And I just started another mission where I think this is the first time that we've seen summoners. And
Oh,
they fucking
nice,
destroyed
dude.
me.
Dude, they are.
I got wrecked.
Yeah, summoners are scary.
Yeah.
So
I thought I was getting all confident. I charged right in the middle with Ramza and my black mage, and like my white mage wasn't too she's a mystic, but she
Yeah.
wasn't too far behind. And the summoners literally, they both had their turns like right in a
Oh
row,
my
and
God.
they murdered all three of them.
yeah. That's
ridiculous.
That's so funny. Yeah, summoner. So like, pretty much, summoner is the there's this kind of not, I would guess I do call it definitive. There's like a pretty good tier 1 list of jobs, and then the tier 2 of jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so like in Summoner's like the first magic one that's like, oh my god, this is super good. Like once you get like Ninja, like Ninja's the melee version of Summoner in my opinion. Because Ninja has an ability, has an innate ability within the job to physically attack twice.
That's sick.
So you literally, so like it's so funny, dude.
That sounds so broken.
So imagine Monk, dude. Imagine having monk power with fists and then Ninja.
Yeah.
So you literally go whoop boom,
Jesus.
whoop boom, and like so
cool.
it's pretty sick. So that one, like that's another good like destroy everything one. You get like Samurai later on too, is a really cool one. But yeah, like Summoner, I know the exact fight is on that huge cliffy area, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the two summoners are down
Yep.
below on the
Yep.
other side.
Yeah. I long range. You want to kill him quick. Just get rid of him quick. That's like the big thing.
Yeah, I think that's probably what
Yeah.
I'm trying to do.
Just go for him quick.
One
Last
something
thing.
else
Yeah.
that I have been thinking of. There's a specific guy in my party, and like at first he was just kind of like a regular squire that I didn't really know what to do with, and then I decided I was going to train him up to be an archer.
Nice.
And I feel like I have him trained up pretty good, but I haven't found any like bows or crossbows or anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't
So
know where to get 'em.
So you probably I figured they would say something, but I guess they didn't. So when you do more and more of those red dots, okay, you progress through the story more, the shops will start to refresh their goods. So if you go back to Egros Castle, the very first castle, a lot of castle areas have access to all of the weapons that are able to be bought at that time in the story.
Or is it like well, so how does that work? Is it like Pokemarts and Pokemon where they all simultaneously update, or do different shops have different items no matter what?
So different.
Because like the last I've been checking all the outfitters and stuff, and like I still haven't found any.
You should. I think. I mean, maybe you still have to go a little bit farther to get bows. I think you probably should have the longbow at least by now. But well, yeah. So like pretty much you can have.
Maybe I'll go back and check some.
Yeah.
Ones, but...
So pretty much there's like three. I think there's three different types of like town areas. Like the really really big capitals have access to every single type of weapon and armor that you can buy at that time.
Yeah.
And then then instead of a castle, there's just like a city, and they might only have like there's pretty much two different kinds. There might be one that's only like rods and staffs and like magic type gear, or it might only be swords and stuff like that. So like if you go to the rods and magic type one, which there's a bunch near your area right now, they won't have
I've
that.
been seeing a lot.
So if you backtrack all the way to the first castle, like the first area where like you see like Ramses family, that like it's annoying to backtrack up there, but that castle is the best area until you get a little bit farther. There's one down below because you're going south now, right?
Okay.
You're kind of like curving south.
Yeah.
Yep.
What happened was like we started going east, and then there was a change, and like we were like, oh, what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to get to the Cardinal, because they're like, oh, he's the only. We don't have any allies to go to right now, so the church will take us in.
Exactly.
So that's where we're going right now. So once they decided that, the map was like, no, you're not going east anymore. We're going south.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I'm a couple dots south.
Okay. Nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're on a good, like, to me, like that's the really good chunk of like that's, I think it's like where the ball starts to roll a little bit more, like, you know, because like the first chapter is not necessarily tutorially, but it's slower to kind of hold your hand to get used to said stuff.
A little bit.
Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, I'm having fun with it, and I'm
Good.
excited to keep going.
That's awesome. Yeah, like I said, the story is so worth it. Like once you get used to it, you can kind of see what, like, it's a really cool story. But anyway, so for me, Corey gave me the game Hollow Knight, which is this awesome platformer that I now have on Steam on my computer. I've been playing with a PS4 controller, but on my computer, and this is always a good sign that I enjoy a game, because I always have a stubborn moment with games, and I had a very stubborn moment with this game like 2 days ago. So I turned on, and I was just looking to find any one of the Dreamers to fight, and then I kind of just like wandered and got lost, and I ended up going through the Royal Waterway to the Ancient Burial Area, I think is what it was called.
The what?
It was called, I think it was called like the Ancient Burial or Ancient Caves or something like that. It was really far down.
Ancient basin.
Thank you, Ancient Basin.
Yep.
Thank you. And there was all that rumbling, and I found the like what looked like your predecessor or something, like this like weird fungal undead version of the old, I guess like an old version of what it looks like to be your character.
Oh, wait a minute.
The
It was like it looked like the knight, but it had like the
a crack.
orange
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
coming
yeah,
out of it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. It's a. Did you like find it yet, or did you just kind of see it?
I killed it.
Okay. So that was the broken vessel, I think.
Yeah,
or the
broken
cracked
vessel. Yes, that's
right?
what it's called, broken vessel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so I killed that, which was all well and good. But then the reason why I'm stubborn is that I found that you could use the dream nail and like
Fucking. Oh my god, the fucking dream variants.
Yes, dude.
That fight
I've
is
li-
so goddamn hard.
Okay, thank God. Thank God it's not just me, but I've been like for like an hour and a half, dude. I was trying, and
I know.
and I kept.
That's
I kept,
amazing that
I-
you're having that same experience too, because there were you know, that's a generally pretty hard game. Like it's not overly hard,
Yeah.
but it's pretty hard, and there are definitely certain moments that are really hard. Some of the moments that were really really hard for me were that Dream Warrior battle and the one with I think it was, remember False Knight,
Oh,
the really big round one that you
yeah.
fought
Oh,
in the very
yep,
beginning.
Yep. Mhm.
There's like a Dream Warrior variant of him, and he took me fucking forever too.
Oh, jeez.
But but it's the exact same thing, right? Because you don't like die, you just lose all your soul, and then you
Yeah.
get booted out, right?
Exactly.
So you just got to go back in. It's just a vicious cycle of like, oh, I
Yeah,
need to go
dude,
back
I
in and
know,
fuck him
dude,
up.
I know. I literally could speed run falling down to where he is. Like I did
Yeah.
it perfectly every time. But
Yep.
so like my big issue right now is that like I'm pretty sure I could beat him easier if I switch my badges up. Or my whatever they're called. I just call them badges from
The charms?
Yeah, I always call them badges from Paper Mario. But
They're pretty much badges.
yeah, if I could switch my badges up, I'm pretty sure I could beat it easier. Like I probably put on my like heal double instead, so that way I can get heals in between better. Because that's my big issue is that like if for the amount that I get, I've figured out when to heal. The 1 HP isn't enough. If I could heal 2, I think I could beat
Yeah.
it probably once I could heal 2. But I was just like didn't.
Two,
I
it takes
refuse.
longer to do the two though.
I know, but like but like after the second time you stun him, he stays there for like a really long period of time. As long as I get rid of those orange bubbles, like right as that happens,
Yeah.
like you have enough time. I'm pretty sure you should, but
Yeah.
I literally, dude, I could not. I was like,
So
I
that's-
refused to leave and re-equip my. I was like, I must do this right
That's
now.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
You're
pretty
having
funny.
the exact.
Yeah.
That's literally the exact same emotions
So annoying, dude.
But,
Oh my god.
I was feeling. What kind of charm loadout do you have? Like, what are your favorite ones to use?
I really like the increased distance one, not the 3 one, but the 2. I usually have. I'm just like, I really have like I have Sprint Master and Dash Master on right now because I was just getting really tired. I felt like I was moving slow, so I was just kind of jumping and moving around like that. And then I think I have
Yeah.
one of the damage plus ones on.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's my ones right now. I was told.
Nice.
I can't remember if you told me or one of my coworkers told me, but he told me to get the specific one that I have it now. It's like a mage one. It like increases your spell damage by a bunch, and apparently it's like an insane multiplier for certain ones, and it works
Yeah,
really
that's,
well.
I never really did that, but like after I beat the game and I started watching speed runs, it seems like that's the way that when they have to fight, they beat enemies, is they just spam the shit out of the attacks that use soul and they destroy them like instantly. Especially I don't know if you've gotten it yet.
The up circle one.
Up circle.
It looks like you like breathe out like a huge AoE blast above you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that one's super good.
Yeah. It's like something shriek. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I think so. But I just got the mantis.
Yeah.
I got the mantis wings though from that too, so that's really cool. I'm happy I could
Hell
double
yeah,
jump.
so you
I
got
can
the
finally
double
double jump. I'm pretty happy with that. I like didn't even think about it with how wall jumps work. Like I didn't even think about a double jump. I feel like I already had one.
Yeah. It's like you
So-
probably still got a few more power-ups to go that are just gonna totally change your movement.
That's super cool.
Pretty
Like that's
sick.
actually
Yeah.
really really cool.
I know.
I can't wait to actually see like the ending things that you were talking about. That's like super hard platforming with this game. I
So,
can't wait to see.
oh yes, so that's part of what I'm. Like I said, there are a few things that I want you to do before you finish the game, but I'm not going to get into that until you're like towards the end if you haven't done it yet.
Okay.
But one thing that is required for part of that is, have you been collecting essence, like dream essence?
A little bit. I've been collecting
So
a couple.
yeah.
Like whenever I see
So you-
whenever I see the trees, I go for them.
Yeah, so you get them. You do that. The trees where you get them in the area, and you know how you can tell when you've gotten all the ones in an area.
No,
It'll,
actually.
like, yeah, I think it's like either something happens to the tree or it's like an audio cue or something. But there's something that should tell you like when you've collected all of them in a specific area.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like it's never. I don't think when you do that they ever show up on different screens. I think it's always like within the same screen. But this who's it? What's the name? The Seeker, whoever the moth was that gave you the dream nail.
Yeah. I think the
can-
Seeker.
Yeah, when you go, if you collect essence, you can go back to her and or him, and they will like give you a bunch of different upgrades and add like. There's one that you need to collect like a buttload of essence for to get the awakened dream nail, I think it's called, and that's required for something that I want you to do.
Oh, okay,
So-
gotcha.
So along the way, keep doing those trees and like you're doing with the Dream Warrior variant fights, do those because you get a buttload of
Of essence.
essence for
Okay,
doing those
gotcha.
fights.
Yeah, once I'm gonna beat this guy. I literally like I could have probably gotten farther along in the game, but I literally was like, I'm going to beat this guy right now.
Yeah.
And so, and then I had to go to work.
That's
So
so funny because that's literally exactly. I was like, I feel like I'm wasting so much time, but I need to beat this motherfucker.
yeah, that's how I felt in Dark Souls, dude. Some of the optional bosses, I was like, I will literally not rest until this guy dies.
Isn't it so much like that though, where it's totally about like learning their patterns and stuff?
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Yeah. And it's just
Something
it just becomes like a really crazy DDR type of like rhythm game where you're like dodge this, jump this,
Yeah,
hit
yep.
that, do this, do that, bop it, twist it, pull it.
Pull it, flick it. Something that we didn't talk about before, because I don't know how much you've been dying. I assume you've been dying. Well, I don't know actually. How much have you died in the actual overworld?
Not that often. I usually I guess I don't know if this is like the average or not, but I've probably like on all the like the normal bosses, like even the broken vessel, I think I died maybe twice per boss.
Yeah.
That's usually it, but like I haven't like I guess I haven't lost a lot of geo overall, like if that makes
So
sense.
the reason I ask that is, how do you feel about the this game's method of like recovering your stuff, like that it creates a shade of yourself and you need to go and kill it?
Oh yeah, I like that. That's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah.
So like that's very similar to a game that I like a lot on PS4 called Let It Die.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's a super good game. It's another Dark Soulsy type of game, but when you with the characters, the units that you send out through this tower, if one of them dies, they go crazy and they become a screamer. Or no, they become a hater. Sorry, see, it's funny. You have to kill your haters. You have to slap away your haters. So you,
Oh my God.
yeah, your guy becomes a hater and he will try to attack you with all the gear that you have. But if you kill him, then you can recover all the stuff and recover his body, which is pretty cool. So I really like that feature. I like that a lot. I think it's really cool too that it is like a little fight. Like especially like you can't like speed run your way to it sometimes if there's enemies right there, because then you have to
Yeah, you
fight
gotta
the
make your
enemies
way
and
back.
hit them really quick. So
Exactly.
it definitely that almost there's a couple times where I like almost died because of that again, and I was almost like I almost lost like 1,000 geo, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, it was really close.
And last thing, have you encountered the Colosseum of Fools yet?
No, I've not. I have no idea what that is.
It's an area farther over to the right. It's basically like an enemy gauntlet type thing.
Okay,
It's wicked fun.
interesting.
It's so much
That
fun.
sounds super fun. I would love to try that.
Yeah. Yep.
but yeah, so overall, really good game. Definitely liking it. It's like I haven't had a good platforming game to play in a really long time. So,
Yeah.
it like I love this game, and it also really makes me want to buy Super Mario Maker 2 and start playing that as well. It's like
Mario Maker 2?
yeah, I really because
Why?
those YouTube videos always come up for me. Just random, just like I love watching those videos. So like I just like seeing all the platforming. I also have a couple PM friends
yeah.
that like that now stream Mario Maker 2 all the time. So I watch them and support them.
Yeah, Super Mario Maker 2 is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I literally because like it's just playing this game is like a good variant of it because you have to fight more like while you're moving around. But like I just love, absolutely love like platforming right now again. Like I haven't liked that in a while since I've only been playing like just shooters.
I mean, this one's more like about exploration, so a lot
Oh,
of,
definitely.
it's not like the entire level is about platforming, but there's definitely, it's absolutely required in certain sections.
No, exactly, yeah, and it was like a really good lead-in for me again.
Yeah. Yep. All right, well, we should get into the episode.
Yeah, we really should. We're dawdling, kind of talking
about
about our
25
games too
minutes
much. Yeah, just about.
All right. So, we each picked two games,
Yep.
two series that we want to bring back from the dead. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I can go first, but let's first lay down like the criteria of it, I guess. So actually, I guess not really. I guess we pretty much have it down.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of like our idea of what a dead series is might differ, but I think generally it's just kind of like, a series that either hasn't had an entry in a while or has not received any attention from the respective development companies like at all,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So, I'm trying to debate on which one I want to talk about first.
Do one do you think there's any chance that one of the ones you have is like the same as one I have?
No, I highly doubt it.
Okay. All right, then go for either.
Because I still pick my wonky ones.
Yeah.
I would say a series that I would love to see revived would be the Prince of Persia series.
Prince of Persia, really?
Yeah, Prince of Persia. I think Prince of Persia would be an awesome series to revive.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Have they not? When was the last time they had an entry?
I think the last time. See, now this is a little unfair of me because I'm pretty sure I didn't play the very last game, which came out on Xbox 360. But I think it came out like now, probably 8 years ago, and it came out like with zero announcement. Like there was like not a lot of ads for it. I think there was a couple because I think it was one of the. If I remember correctly, I think it was like maybe one of the releases with like when the Xbox Slim came out. 360 Slim, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it was like
yep.
kind of one of those like throw-in ones. If I remember, I just really don't remember a lot of ads for it. But I didn't play that one. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't play it though. But like I used to like I spent a lot of hours playing the old ones, especially on my PS2, and then getting the two. I think the Two Thrones is what it's called, or the Two Twins, or something like that on GameCube. Like it was such a fun.
Yeah.
It was such a cool series. That was like the heyday of platforming for me.
Hey man, they had a release in 2018 on iOS and Android.
Okay,
called
that
Prince
does-
of Persia Escape.
That does not count at all. Oh
What do
my
you
God.
mean?
I actually want to look up the Prince of Persia Xbox One. Yeah, Sands of Time, the Forgotten Sands I remember playing. Two Thrones. It was called that. Two Thrones.
Yeah, yep. There was the Shadow and the Flame. There was a remake in 2013, but the last, not counting, dumb mobile games, the last original one looks like it was the Forgotten Sands in 2010.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's been 10 years. It's definitely been a dead series.
Yeah.
But it was.
Yeah, I'd definitely count that.
It was dude. I remember that game was so fun. It was such a cool universe for me and my brothers to play and talk about.
So Prince of Persia was that kind of like an early, sort of like an early influence of Assassin's Creed?
I think so.
Because like, isn't it that kind of style where it's like you're doing kind of parkour-y stuff?
Correct. Yeah. So it was like,
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't like. I guess Assassin's Creed is a more modern way to say it. I think of it as like a Tomb Raider type game. That's like the old school
Okay.
Tomb Raider games, because like,
Yeah.
it's not. Assassin's Creed was cool because it was like a whole map that you went across and did all these side quests, and it's that kind of like prototype, GTA-esque, almost like Spider-Man, like multiple area side mission things to do.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's Assassin's Creed more to me. Like this game was like, especially like like the first one that I played was Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. You're in this palace that's being overthrown at the time because
Yeah.
the evil dude is trying to take the Sands of Time, and you just
Well,
happen to be
Sands
there.
of Time is the only one that plot-wise I kind of know about because I watched
The Disney movie
I watched
with
the
Jake
movie
Gyllenhaal. Yeah,
with Jake
dude,
Gyllenhaal.
that
Yeah.
movie is not really that good.
It's not that good, but it's
But it's
also
super
not
beast.
nearly
It's
as bad
super
as I
beast,
thought.
yeah, it's
Yeah, exactly.
like-
There's some cool. So they short side note, quick shout out to Virtual Theater. They did that as one of their episodes on Virtual Theater.
Oh,
And,
really?
like,
Oh, that's super
Yeah.
cool.
And the funny thing is that with that, with the Prince of Persia, apparently the goal was that they wanted to basically make that the new Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's why it has like this swashbuckling adventure type thing.
Yup.
Because I think that movie came out in like 2010 or 2011.
Yeah, it
or
was
something,
right when
right?
I think it was, yeah, that was probably like around when they first said like we're done with Pirates of the Caribbean after the third one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a few years after the third one. I don't think the fourth one was out yet, and that basically was their goal. Like that's what they were trying to do, but it did
That's
not,
interesting.
you know,
I didn't know that, but that
it,
makes sense.
It got a very actually, what happened? Oh, actually, there's literally something where, they used money for Pirates of the Caribbean. I think on Stranger Tides was in development. That's the fourth one.
Uh-huh.
The fourth Pirates, that was in development, and they used some of that budget money for Prince of Persia, I believe,
Oh,
because
that's
they were so
crazy.
excited. You know, they wanted to make that the new thing, but then it
Yep.
got such a tepid response and like was not very critically acclaimed. So they were like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, it's like it stinks because like I guess I feel like because I played the game, like if they just went to like the original game, because like what's like the thing is more like you're kind of in the same area the entire time, like you're just in this palace pretty much, and so like that was like one thing that I was like, okay, like what is happening, when they like kind of like really fly off the reservation with it. Oh, they kind of like go everywhere. But
Yep.
it was really cool because like when you like especially when you first learn about the dagger and you start rewinding time, the game, it was like for an old game, the time rewind mechanic was really cool that they just like
That's cool.
added it in really well, like because you could there was so many funny moments, dude, of like when I was little, like backflipping and falling off of the edge, and they made the pits so deep in that game so that way you had time to be like, oh my god, I can rewind, and you would like all of a sudden it would go gold and you'd hear the clock go backwards and you'd see him just like fly up out of the pit and like land back
That's
on.
cool.
It was like it was really cool, dude, for a PlayStation game. It was phenomenal.
That sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, and then like the wall running and like the parkour-esque that you had to do was like, I mean, I guess it really wasn't that realistic when you think about it, but to me I was like, oh, I could
Well,
see myself
still,
doing
that's
that.
super
Yeah,
cool.
it was super cool. But that was like the you know the thing that dragged me in for that.
So why do you have any idea why like it kind of petered out,
I think
the series in general?
kind of, yeah, because like so I feel like realistically the story kind of ended really well, I'm pretty sure, with the next game after Sands of Time, which was I think The Warrior Within is the next one, or I might be mixing them up in my head. But so The Warrior Within was really cool because let's see, is the sequel? Yeah, it is. Okay. So The Warrior Within was really cool because after you, I think it's after you defeat like the Emperor guy that's like trying to take the Sands of Time, the game kind of ends with you like, I think, saving the princess and stuff like that. And I think I think at the very end of the first game he like name drops his name, and it's like, I can't remember his name. It's like something ridiculous, dude. It's super funny. I want to
Yeah.
look it up to make sure before I say what I think it is.
Okay.
I guess all I'm seeing is Dastin, which I thought was only for the movie, but I guess it actually might be the name. There's some funny joke that he makes at the very end with the princess that like made me and my brothers laugh, and it was like Acnologia or something like that, but I think I might be saying like a fairy tale name now. But it was like, so in the second game, because you were time traveling so much, there's this thing I think called the Dakari, which was like the guardian of the timeline, was like traveling through time trying to kill the prince because he was messing with time with the dagger. And so like that was like a really cool
That's
like
cool.
escape
Yeah, it's cool
thing because you
follow-up.
yeah, exactly, like you had like there was these moments where like I think you were trying to like lift the curse of the Dakari was the purpose of the second game. So like you're in this like weird temple and there's just moments where this like giant black mass is just coming at you and it's like the Crash Bandicoot rolling boulder camera mode, you know what I'm saying, where you have to keep running
Yeah.
away from this
Yep.
giant thing coming at you. And like again, like for an old game, like they did it really really well. It was hard, like it was really cool. And I played like Godsmack, dude. I played like Heavy Rock, like it was pretty awesome.
That's pretty sick.
It was very good.
So what would you want to see in a new game?
So again, the hard part is I don't know about like what they've done in the last game. I just saw it on here. I think they might have just maybe just redone it. I think it's just called the Prince of Persia again, which
Yeah.
actually makes sense. Yeah, so they redid it, and then that obviously didn't catch on at all, I guess. But so like I would want to see, this is the thing, is I don't know how to like I can't really think of like a really good time for that. I think maybe like it'd be a cool like if you could do like an alternate universe type thing with the Sands of Time, like because he did this now is happening. So like
Yeah,
that'd be a
something like
cool
a
like
butterfly effect
yeah,
type.
yeah, exactly, like a good kind of time essence with that. But I would just love to see like a lot of that type of parkour, like especially in like a modern,
Yeah, just bringing
PS5
back some
type
of the-
console. Like you could
Yeah,
do a lot
especially
of
with a
really cool
new-
things.
Yeah, and especially with like modern consoles, the draw distance is so much better, and just the graphics are so much better. You could probably make so many cool environments to explore.
Exactly.
And like
Yeah.
you could probably add so many more like interactable elements too. Like I don't know exactly how interactable the environments were in the older games, but I would imagine it's probably just like a lot of general objects or maybe
Yeah,
like
no,
textures in the background and stuff.
Agreed. Yeah, they definitely could improve a lot of those things, I'm sure. And like because like the fighting kind of got like I mean, again, obviously these are old critiques now. The fighting got a little more one note because like it really involved you always like flipping behind the gun, like slashing up through them, and they were these like
Yeah.
weird sand creatures, so they just like disappear and like go into your dagger. Is pretty cool. But
Nice.
it was yeah, I think again, it's like I really wouldn't even want, like I couldn't even think of a good story, but I would just want them to like just redo that same concept again. It would be such a fun
Yeah,
game
just
to play,
basically
just a
bring-
good little
just
game to
basically-
play.
Yeah, just basically bring back. Doesn't have to be anything like revolutionary, but just modernize.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
just
that
want
same
I just
essence.
want a Luigi Mansions 3 for Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm looking
fair.
for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Luigi's. I don't know, man. Luigi's Mansion 3 was pretty damn. It's pretty damn cool.
Well, I still rest my case.
Added a lot of new
I
stuff.
want that level. I want that for Prince of Persia.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah,
pretty fair.
and I would say, like I think it would be one of those things where I also want to make sure that it would only be still a single player game and not like throw some weird multiplayer like Assassin's Creed tried
Yeah,
to do.
just
like
just for the sake of it.
yeah, exactly. Like don't throw a battle royale into it. I don't want a Prince of Persia battle royale.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I want Prince of Persia. Okay, I don't want Prince of
Good.
Persia mobile games. But that's where it's going. It's going to the mobile game hell that
Yeah.
Mario Kart is at right now.
Yeah. Ugh.
But actually, I really like the Mario Kart for mobile. Is pretty fun. So
Do you really?
yeah, Jess plays it all the time.
I
She-
downloaded it and I only played it once, but like it's I don't know, not for me. Like it wasn't bad. I didn't mind playing it, but I was just kind of like, nah, I don't really feel like it. Mm-hmm. And I do not like the gacha mechanics that everyone is absolutely ripshit about.
I mean, I really don't I'm used to them. I really does mean I approve of them because it's just like
Yeah.
it's like give me your money for the sake of giving
Yeah.
me your money. It's like why I don't like Supreme things. Like why is their draw being expensive is because they're expensive. Like that literally is like an infinite looping hole that
Yeah.
makes no sense to me.
That's shitty.
Like yeah, I'm not a fan. What can you do?
Yeah. All right. Well, actually, that's kind of on topic because my first series that I want to bring back from the dead is Diddy Kong Racing.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh my god, I
Diddy
totally
Kong Racing.
I'm 100% on board with this. I just want the
Wouldn't
I want
that
the
be
I want the
fucking
I want
sick,
I want
just
the
a modern
music.
Diddy Kong
I
Racing?
want the music back right now. Like
Yeah,
oh my
hell yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Like,
So
oh.
actually, yeah. So I want to just a little. There's a little bit of cool history behind this game. First of all, it was basically just the one game. It came out in '97, and then they were planning on doing sequels for it. They were gonna do a sequel for like the GameCube, but then it never it never came to fruition because Xbox bought Rare.
Yeah.
So it, or
Kinda
Microsoft bought Rare, so it never happened.
Yeah.
And then later on, I can't remember. I think it was 2010. No, it wasn't 2010. It was definitely earlier. But they remade it for the DS.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do remember that. Yep.
Yeah. And it was the the remake was pretty cool, but aside from that, it was still basically just that one game.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
The interesting there's a few interesting things about Diddy Kong Racing. I have some notes about the development that I just ripped from the Wikipedia, so if you'll allow me to go on a little tangent for a second here.
Yeah. Go for it.
Development of the game began after the release of Killer Instinct 2, in which a team was split into making Killer Instinct Gold for the N64 and a new racing game for the console. At its first stage of development, Diddy Kong Racing was conceived as a real-time strategy game with a caveman/time travel theme worked on by a team of 4 Rare members, and it's the 4 guys that ended up working on it. During later stages of development, the game became influenced by Walt Disney World and soon evolved into an adventure game called Wild Cartoon Kingdom, with which Nintendo had no involvement. In June 1997, the game was altered to Pro-Am 64, an unrelated follow-up to the NES racing game RC Pro-Am. According to Schunemann, Pro-Am 64 project would feature 3-wheeled trikes in contrast to radio-controlled cars. But the cool part about that, the whole Rare thing, is that Banjo-Kazooie was actually delayed. It was supposed to come out a little bit earlier, but it got delayed to summer of 1998. I think it was supposed to come out in 97, but either Rare... Yeah, I think it was Rare. They were like, all right, well, Banjo-Kazooie's not coming out till next year, so I don't know if Pro-Am 64 is really a strong enough IP to release for, on its own. I don't think it'll stand on its own that great. So they decided that they wanted to get a more recognizable IP so that they could have, like, a big AAA game come out in 97. And that's basically where they got the license for Diddy Kong.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Nintendo was totally on board with them. They were actually really... for some reason, they didn't want Donkey Kong. They were like, no, let's do Diddy Kong. And Nintendo was, like, all about that. They were like, heck yeah, do Diddy Kong.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But if they didn't do Diddy Kong, remember... oh, crap. What was the name of the tiger?
Oh,
Remember the tiger in the game?
yeah, Timber?
Timber, yes, Timber the tiger.
Yeah,
Originally,
Timber. Yep,
he was
Timber.
going to be the main character if they didn't get Diddy Kong.
Really?
Yeah.
My God. Dude.
And then, of course, Banjo was in the game basically as a promo for Banjo-Kazooie. Conker was in the game.
Yeah, Conquer, yep, for Command and Conquer. Or no, it's what, yeah.
And that game, I feel like that really is a superb kart racing game. Mario Kart has its own little, Mario Kart, of course, basically has its own empire in that segment of game genre. But Diddy Kong Racing, I feel like, had so many things that Mario Kart could learn from it. Like, for example, the story mode was so much more
so
expansive.
Cool.
Yeah, like
it was so cool.
It's really cool just being able to drive around in a hub world with any character you want in your kart. And it's really cool that they added different areas that you could drive into and like add a little bit of choice into where you're going. And just in general, I feel like if we were to see a modernized version of that, it would be absolutely phenomenal. Like they could add, if they wanted to, they could lean. I don't know. How do you feel about this? Do you think they should keep it with those generic characters like Tip Tup the turtle and
Pipsy,
Timber the
Pipsy the mouse?
Yeah, and Pipsy. Yeah. Do you think they should keep it like that and just kind of have Diddy Kong there, or would it be better to kind of lean a little bit more into the Kong aspect of it? Because even in the remake, they replaced Banjo and Conker, because obviously they couldn't put them in it anymore, they replaced them with Dixie and Tiny Kong.
Oh, I didn't actually know that, but so that I guess
Yeah.
that would probably make more sense to go the Donkey Kong route. I mean, I would want them to
Yeah.
listen. I want them to butcher it like they all do. I want to see like Timba with like a weird skull and crossbones tattoo and like a torn off wife beater like neck. I don't even know. Like I want them to like
he's
ruin make him adult and like horrible like white
This
trash.
is just trash now.
Sorry. Speaking of Crash Bandicoot, I
What?
have you not seen like new Crash, dude? Oh my god! Oh, like, yeah. I mean, I guess the Crash Bandicoot remakes kind of fix that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think too that they could lean a little bit heavier into the Kong route. Maybe don't make it like they could literally just call it like Kong Racing or something and have I don't know if I would want Donkey Kong in it. Maybe he could be like an unlockable or something. And I don't know if I would want to make it like all the Kongs that have ever appeared. But I think maybe if you keep it to kind of like what they have, like maybe have Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Tiny Kong, maybe like if they want to bring back Donkey Kong Jr. for whatever reason.
Oh my god! Oh, I forgot about. Oh my god! I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yep. And then they could still have some of those other kind of random characters. They could use Diddy Kong Racing kind of as a platform to basically to make those characters less of just generic animal characters and give them a place in like the Donkey Kong universe, if you will.
That would. Yeah. I see what you're saying. That
know,
would be super
and-
cool.
And if it was, if it was made, it would probably just be a solely Nintendo IP, unless they want to do, because Nintendo's been really chummy with Microsoft lately, so I don't think it's totally out of the realm of possibility to maybe do some sort of collaboration type thing. Maybe have some of the old people from Rare like contribute to it, or maybe even if they want to do it for old time's sake, see if they could get the license for Banjo just to have Banjo show up.
I mean, like, especially if they already gave Banjo away for Smash, like like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be a pretty easy stretch
Yeah.
overall to get that instead. That would be super cool.
And just I would want it to be like a full-blown sequel. So like a new hub world with a new adventure mode, maybe give it a little bit more, maybe give you a little more like choice in terms of non-linearity, something like that. And of course, like any good sequel, you got to take the things that were good about the first game and just expand upon it. So like something that I think was amazing in terms of the racing aspect for Diddy Kong Racing is the different types of vehicles.
Yeah,
Like
it
you
was
had the-
very cool. I agree. I was gonna mention
Yeah.
that.
You had the carts, you had the hovercrafts, and you had the planes, and you could basically pick any of them at any time. So it would be wicked cool if like, you just bring back a bunch of different types. Like there could be like a land runner type thing, and there could be bring back the planes, maybe have like underwater submarines or something that are only available for certain levels. Bring back like the typical carts, but you could throw bikes in there too. And there's just certain it's really cool because as I was reading about it, there are certain mechanics that that I didn't even realize were in the game, but like I feel like they were a little ahead of their time, and you can see them used in older games. Like for example, there's a mechanic where if you collect bananas, you can get to your full top speed by collecting 10 bananas. And the bananas don't respawn. So if you collect 10 bananas, I think you might lose them, like if you get hit or whatever. But if you
Yeah.
collect 10 bananas, then you can basically be at your top speed. And that's something that they brought back in Mario Kart like 8 or 7 or something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I actually. It's funny you mentioned that. I remember arguing with my brother, trying to figure out if that was true or not, because we thought the bananas
Yeah.
were pointless, and I
No,
thought it
it's-
anyways. And then
They actually do.
yeah, my older brother was like, "No, definitely, it makes you faster," and I just didn't believe.
Yeah.
I was like, "No, there's no way."
I mean,
kinda
it's probably
that-
incremental, but
Yeah, no, definitely, but it makes sense though.
Another thing they could make a more expansive battle mode, just with a bunch of different kinds of modes. It would be really cool if there's like You could have different modes based on like the different vehicles, so you could have like a dogfight in the air. I don't know if that was a thing in the original, but that sounds like something that would be
It
pretty
like
sweet. You're
it
just
kind of was. So there was a multiplayer mode where you could steal eggs from all the dinosaur
yeah,
nests,
yep,
and like you could shoot missiles at the guy at like when they're carrying the eggs. But like, yeah, but an actual
yeah,
dogfight mode would be really cool. I agree. That'd be
yeah.
super neat.
Or even like if they brought some sort of submarine vehicle into it, they could do an underwater one. Um, and one of the other big things. Oh, also, if it came out on the Switch or something, then you could, if they wanted to, they could incorporate some sort of motion control.
That would be
Like
pretty cool.
I wouldn't really want to do because it turns it into like Mario Kart Wii, but I wouldn't really want to use that. But it doesn't help to always throw that in as an option.
Yeah, for the kiddos.
Yeah, and then one of the other big things is that obviously now you could do online.
Yes,
So
very true.
so you could do, you could just do a really expansive online mode where you could do like matchups and do like 1v1 races or just join in Grand Prix or set up tournaments, stuff like that.
That would
I
be
think that'd
super
be
neat. Yeah, I could easily see that. Like the
yeah,
multiplayer aspect now, like always makes like those racing games so much more enjoyable and so interesting.
exactly.
They're always really, really
Exactly.
good.
Yeah.
But I like
Yeah.
that's a good pick. I'm really happy with the Decon pick. I like that actually.
Yeah, I'd love to see it come
Yeah,
back.
it'd be really cool to see that come back. Um, okay, yeah. So that was a good one. Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess my last game series that I would like to revive would be I don't know. I've been talking about it recently more and more, so like I just definitely think so. Would be um, I guess I've literally been fighting between two the entire time that I want to say, and I'm literally like
Yeah.
holding my tongue all the way up to right now because
Yeah,
I
you
like
haven't said it yet.
I know it literally. I would say Jack and Daxter. I've literally been
Okay,
fighting
that
between
would be
Jack and
sick,
Daxter
dude.
and Sly Cooper, like because I
Those
like
would both be so sick.
both would be so good, dude.
Oh
But
my
like
god.
but I want both of them to come back for the same reasons because like the storyline was so cool. Like I love that was another story that I really really
I mean,
vibed with.
hey, you're the one that's reviving them, so who's to say that it doesn't come out Jack and Sly?
That would be that'd be sweet crossover
You know?
event.
Yeah, a little crossover event with a joint story. That would be pretty fucking sick.
That would be super freaking sick. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so like I'll definitely talk about Jack and Daxter more because that game truly in my heart is still like one of my favorite games ever. Especially because they made a combat racing game that was really fun. It was literally Death Race before Death Race came out. It was the coolest game
Yeah.
ever. It was super duper fun. But
So I actually played Jack and Daxter, the I think the first one for, or maybe the second one for
the,
PS2.
the one where you're in the futuristic desolate city, or the one where it's like you're in like a weird nature area and you collect all of the like eggs and stuff,
I
or
think it was the
both.
nature area one.
Okay, so yeah, I think you played the first one, the Precursor Legacy, which is also
Yeah.
like that's the game that got me into it. And then like when Jack 2 came out, I was like, this is actually it was like such a cool change in the type of game, but still the
Yeah.
same if that makes sense. That it was really, really, really good. And then Jack 3 only
Mhm.
got better in my opinion.
So that's kind of like an adventure game, right? Like an
Yeah,
action
definitely.
adventure type game.
Definitely an adventure game, and then there's also that like puzzle solving aspect when you got to certain like temples and stuff like that that you had to figure out
Yeah.
how to get through it, which was really cool. And then the bosses also had like a platforming esque figure out the pattern and then fight accordingly kind of boss fights. So it had a lot of things, especially as the games got more they got progressively better and like more newer titles. They had really good side missions. Like Jack 2 was like one of the first games to do that Spider-Man-esque GTA kind of style where you could like mess with all the
Yeah.
civilians walking around you and like guards would come after you if you like messed with stuff too much and you had to like outrun them. It was so fun. I remember me and my brothers for hours just like floating around causing car crashes and like all this crazy junk. Oh my god.
Just causing havoc.
Causing horrible mayhem.
Those are always really cool games that have like actual immersive worlds. I'm all about that.
Yeah, me too. And the story was I like I guess I've been talking I just realized I'm just talking about time travel stories right now, but like the story of Jack is such a convoluted crazy story because it's all time travel based. Like the actual order of the like games technically is I think it's technically Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack 1 is what it actually is. Because so uh Jack actually is this like legendary chosen one almost to stop this
Yeah.
crazy alien race of things called metalheads from destroying the world with old precursor technology. And in
Yeah.
Jack 3, you send the son of Samos. I mean, not a Samos because he's a sage. The son of I can't remember who. Through a time portal to get him away from the metalhead, but the guy you're sending away is Jack as a kid. And so Jack as an adult is like, you don't realize it for the entire time, but Jack as an adult is like helping Jack the kid, this really tiny naive child, like, and trying to escort him through because he doesn't talk at all. And in the first game Jack doesn't talk at all either, and they pretty much like it's so like it's yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I think the technical order is Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack 1, or it might technically be Jack 3. No, no, you see the kid in Jack 2. So yeah, so I think it's Jack 2, technically Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack 1 for the story of Jack, which is like
That's
a really
convoluted.
crazy, very convoluted, but it's super cool. And when you play it, you're like, oh wow, that's really neat, and like all the precursor shit is super cool. Like another like type of like, just I don't even know, like ancient civilization that's like super mysterious, and I always like stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it was really really good for me.
It could be cool if they pull like a, almost like a God of War type thing, where like you see like the new Jack game. It could be like Jack, like much older, like significantly older.
That would be really
Old
cool.
Man Jack.
Yeah, old man Jack, maybe have like a son Jack, or like
Yeah.
that would be really neat. Or I was thinking like I'm trying to think of like the best way to say it. Almost
What
like
happened to Daxter?
so Daxter actually is like so when Daxter turns into that otter, those otter things, the ocelots, those are the precursors. So he turns into a precursor.
I
Like
don't
that
know what that means.
Oh, so in the Jack world, all of the weird, because you know it's like kind of naturey, but then there's the technology aspect
Yeah.
of it, the weird
Yep.
technology, the ancient technology. Those are all made by this advanced race called the Precursors that made and tapped into
Okay.
this like insane energy, and that's what Daxter actually is as a precursor,
Huh.
or what he turns into, anyways. And so that's really interesting with him. He gets his own spin-off game called Daxter, and I didn't play it on the PSP, so I actually don't know like if it's canon or not to it. But the last
Yeah.
game. The last game in the story was Jack X Combat Racing, which is cool because it was like a side game, like a racing game, but they put the story in really, really well to right after Jack 3.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, where like there's in Jack 2, there's this guy named Crew. He was a super huge, fat, floating, gross mafia guy that you worked for. And when you kill him because he betrays you, the transmission of Crew sends you to this racing circuit city, this like grand death race circuit in that world. And he literally poisons you from after the dead because he has this like transmission and it's like his will. And so like his daughter is like, oh, he invited all of you guys here for his will, and then he's like, before we play the real will video, everyone must drink and toast to him. And then he's like, I poisoned the wine, and it's like so funny. And you have to race for him even though he's already dead. And they like have a really cool story with that, and it kind of just like ties into like what Jack does after kind of saving the world, which is really cool. But I think it'd be neat to have, I think it'd be pretty neat to have like maybe more metalheads somehow come in, but just deepen that timeline even further, because after like the Jack game,
Even
like I feel
farther
like
down.
I think there should just be like another bigger, more evil enemy, or like an evil enemy against the precursors again that wasn't the metalheads and stuff like that. It'd be really really neat.
Okay.
And the puzzles,
that'd
the
be pretty
vehicles were really cool. Like all the time trials you had to do were
that
really
seems
cool.
like another kind of game where it's like you could bring it back, and it's basically built to like, it's built very well to introduce like new mechanics and new items and new abilities and stuff like that.
Yes,
Like it
especially
doesn't have to be anything that completely fundamentally changes the game necessarily, but just expanding on what's there and adding new stuff is like a really cool way to keep the legacy there, you know?
Yeah, and like in the third game, you unlock Light Jack, and because you have Dark Jack in Jack 2, he gets
Yeah.
infected with a bunch of Dark Eco, and he gets Dark Jack unlocked. Which is just like a weird beast mode, like a werewolf mode of his. And then in the third game, because you're kind of chosen
So
by
like
the
Sonic
precursors-
Unleashed?
oh my god, listen, we never ever talk about Werewolf Sonic or Sonic with a sword, okay?
It's
like,
Jack Unleashed.
Jack, yeah, literally Jack Unleashed, and then in the third game he gets Light Jack, which is super cool because those are all like healing and like kind of like
So like
you could, like,
Supersonic.
oh my god, you were so right.
It's Super Jack.
That's such a good point. Oh my god, I have no rebuttal for that. But yeah, you can like freeze time and like heal and like fly, and there's a bunch of cool things. So it'd be cool to like use more colored eco and have Jack use those in different ways. It'd be really neat,
Yeah.
like an orange eco or like a black eco. I guess it's dark eco, but it was like more purple. But like a black eco would be really cool.
That'd be pretty dope.
I think so.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's always been a PlayStation exclusive, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in like a PlayStation All Stars game, like a Sony Fighters.
Yeah. The Smash knockoff.
The Smash knockoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's saying it really well.
Yes.
So
All right.
let me hear it. What's the last one?
I'll move on to my last one. I think you're gonna like this one too. You might even like this one a little bit more.
Ooh.
So, this actually, I kind of want to revive this just because everyone wants this game revived. This series revived. There's such a dedicated fan base for this series. And I haven't even played the last entry in this series. I'm still in the process of getting through one of the earlier games, but
Is it Paper Mario?
Nope.
Okay,
It
sorry.
is Earthbound. The
Oh
Mother
my god,
series.
yes.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
you're so that was you snuck that one in under my nose. That's unfair.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh
why
yeah.
I was asking. I was wondering if that was
I
one of the
I
ones
was
you were
I was
thinking
I was thinking about doing it, but I kind of like on purpose try to avoid Nintendo based things and give them to you.
of. That's fair. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, like, I mean, like, I don't know. I really like some of those other games I played a lot, but I played a lot of Earthbound. Earthbound was another game that was, Earthbound Mother 3 is so good too. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
exactly.
Oh,
Well, so I
so
played.
good.
I decided that I actually wanted to play them in order. So I played Mother first.
I have not
and
played
I'm-
Mother, so you have to tell me about that.
It's like I don't know. It's Earthbound, but like super duper simplified. You know, it's very very similar to Earthbound, and I'm still in the middle of my playthrough of Earthbound. I haven't played it in a while, but I know I'm getting definitely closer to the end. I think I have.
Where are you? Yeah.
I think I have like. I think I either just got it or I'm about to get the 6th melody.
Oh, nice. The sixth sound step. Okay.
Yeah, the sixth step or whatever.
Okay. So have you gotten Pooh yet?
Yeah, I got Pooh a while back, and then
Okay.
I had him for a while, and then we got through this area, and then he was like, "Hey guys, I gotta go," and then he left. So I don't think he's with me right now because like he went.
Okay.
And had to go do something.
Yeah.
But
He's like, hey guys, I gotta bounce. And
yeah, he's like, I got shit to do. I forgot.
yeah, exactly.
But that game, though, that series is just so lovable, and
It
has
so
such.
is.
I haven't even finished Earthbound. I haven't even played Mother 3. I know that's phenomenal, but I'm already absolutely in love with the series. Just because it is so charming and the level of humor and how flippant it is with like pop culture references and stuff like that, while also mixing in actual really cool RPG elements. It's just such a beautiful mix.
It really is. I love the humor and the atmosphere of that game, of those games. Like
Yes.
Mother 3 has it really well too. It's so funny. Like I love I love playing I think it's Earthbound is where they say it, where if you whoever you make, I think it's a Jeff, the smart one. I think when you meet his
Yeah, Jeff and
his dad.
Donuts.
Yeah, I think when you meet his dad, he like makes fun of him for wetting the bed and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny. Oh my
Dad is such a
God.
dick.
Such a dick. Oh, it's so
Dr. and
funny.
Donuts.
Thank you. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Or Professor and Donuts or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I love like the Runway 5. Runway 5 is
Yeah.
super funny.
Yeah,
I love
they're
them.
classic. So
Yeah.
so Earthbound came out in 1994. At least in Japan. I don't remember when it was localized in the US, but Mother 3 came out in 2006 for the Game Boy Advance, and the fucking horrendous thing that Reggie Fils-Aimé just constantly gets asked about is why hasn't or when will Mother 3 be localized for the US?
Yeah,
Because
actually brought over here.
it was never distributed in the US. There is a pretty popular fan translation of it. It was released on the Game Boy Advance in 2006, which was like a whole 12 years after Earthbound. But that's why I bring up the fact that it has such a huge cult following, because there is such a giant online
Following for the Mother series, yeah.
just a huge following, and they were the ones that like started the project to translate Mother 3 and basically bring it over to the US so that people could play it. And something else that I don't know if you know about, but it's basically the same people. It's like the same group. They started developing a Mother 4. And
really?
yes, and it is actually coming out. Like it's pretty far along now. They've like gotten shit from Nintendo, so it's actually changed into originally it was going to be like an actual kind of follow up to Mother 3, basically like a fan fiction type thing.
Yeah.
But they ended up changing it. It's no longer associated with Earthbound, but it is blatantly, absolutely 100% inspired by and meant to be a spiritual successor to Mother 3, and it's called Oddity now.
It's called Oddity.
Yeah, Oddity. I'll send you the trailer for it. A new trailer just came out like literally a few weeks ago, and it just looks like such a cool. It's very how do I say it? It looks sick, but it also very much looks like a super dedicated fan Earthbound game, because it's it's got like the pixel art style, and it's got like really wacky weapons and wacky characters and stuff like that, and it looks like it would be a really good spiritual successor to that, but I'm not really sure that's what I would want in an Earthbound / Mother revival. Mainly just because maybe it's just my personal preference, but I would love to see an Earthbound game take place in a 3D world. Like being able to travel around
That would be
those.
super cool.
Like, could you imagine traveling around Foreside City in like a 3D space?
That would be really neat. Oh my
Yeah,
god. I
it would be
100% agree with that. That'd be very, very cool.
I think it would be
I think
amazing.
I
And
agreed.
there's like, there have been so many. One idea that I thought of that I think could be interesting, like it's just a concept for like a narrative thing, is like I feel like that's a series where they could involve time travel really well. Like that and those games do a really good job of making specific pop culture references and really making you feel kind of like you're in that time frame, I guess. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you feel like you're in that world.
Yeah. Well, like it's very topical, especially with
Okay, yeah.
in terms of references to literal pop culture in our world. So, I think it would be really cool to like maybe there could be some sort of storyline where they have to time travel and visit different decades, and as you go to the different decades, like the styles change and like the pop culture references change and shit like that.
That would be really cool. Yeah, I remember you were like referring also to like the different fairies and Mother 3 too. You were like talking about like that stuff too.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I haven't played Mother 3 yet.
Oh, okay. So like what reference are you referring to like in Earthbound?
Like pop culture references?
Yeah.
Well, the Runaway Five are based on the Blues Brothers.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I saw. Okay. Yep.
And stuff like the whole Mother 1 and Earthbound are littered with references to like the Beatles. There are references to other celebrities and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't really actually. There's a couple of those I definitely didn't think about them.
Yeah. It's a very on the nose type of humor, but it's so wacky and it's so funny and it's so endearing. And I I think something that I have to bring up if we're talking about a possible revival of the Earthbound series is Undertale, because Toby Fox basically took inspiration completely from Earthbound and the Mother series and gave us a game that is absolutely beautiful and is a wonderful sort of realization of that kind of charm and heart in a game. You haven't played Undertale yet, have you?
I have not. No, I heard that that game is very, very good. I really should give it a shot at some point.
Undertale, aside from genuinely being emotional and like making me cry and having a very well thought out, it's not like a super complex story, but like it's very involving. It really sucks you in. On top of that, it's one of the funniest games I have ever played in my entire life.
Really?
That game is just filled to the brim with so many funny jokes and memes galore and like so many funny quotable lines and
That's
memorable
awesome.
and lovable characters. Like it takes basically the Earthbound formula and just puts an exponent on it. And it is just the product of all that love that came from Earthbound, basically. And on top of that, in terms of gameplay mechanics, part of the reason why Undertale was so part of the reason why it was incredibly creative and it was received super well is that it is still like a turn-based RPG battle system. But the cool thing is that you can either fight the opponents regularly or you can choose, or you can do different things. Like it gives you a bunch of different unique options depending on what kind of enemy it is. Like you can talk to them and you can basically save them instead of fighting them at all.
Oh, interesting.
So there's one enemy that's like a friggin', it looks like a seahorse, but the top of its body is like an actual horse and it has like wicked buff arms or something. And basically there's like options where you can go talk and you can do different things. Like it'll be like flex back at the horse guy, and it'll be like horse guy got intimidated, horse guy flexed even harder.
Oh my god.
And it gives you different options based on that. And it's fun because it's almost like a puzzle about trying to figure out how to resolve the issue with the options that you're handed. And on top, aside from that, if you want to, you can literally just play it like a regular turn-based RPG where it's like attack and you pick up different items that either increase your attack or increase your defense, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's still stats in the game and stuff. But the biggest thing, something that I think Earthbound could absolutely take a note from, is that I don't know if you've watched any of Undertale, but when your opponents are attacking you, it basically turns, instead of saying, so-and-so used this attack, you took 30 damage, it says, so-and-so used this attack, and then it turns it into basically a minigame, where each attack is its own individual style of minigame, where frequently you will take control of a little red heart, and you're inside of like a black box with a white border, and like foreign objects will come and start trying to hit you, and that's what the attack is, and you have to dodge it with the heart.
Oh, interesting.
It basically turns every single attack into its own micro game.
It's like a WarioWare style game.
Exactly. And that's something
pretty neat.
That's something that I think Earthbound could totally take a note from too, is that like making attacks, whether it's your attack or whether it's just like Undertale where you're like dodging opponents' attacks, they could turn each attack into its own basically micro game type thing.
That would be really cool. In Mother 3, they do an interesting system. Have you heard of the music system in Mother 3?
Oh, it's a rhythm based thing, right? Or like a combo thing?
So it's kind of cool. So there's different music there's a bunch of different music for the different enemies. And what's cool is if you put an enemy to sleep, the music slows down in the background and you hear their heartbeat pretty much. Like you hear like a dun, 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 dun 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 dun, or like it might be a different pattern like that. And you actually,
Yeah.
when you do physical attacks, if you tap A to the heartbeat, you'll do bonus hits.
That's sick.
Yeah, so like, and
That's
so
super
like
cool.
it's kind of cool. You can get up to like a 20 hit combo, and it'll show like total damage like 178 or something.
Yeah.
Which it was a really really neat intricate feature. One of the hard things is a lot of the ports. I know on my phone I had this issue, and a lot of people do, is that the music is a little bit off from the actual game input, so it's kind of hard
Oh,
because you can
okay.
hear the timing, but you actually might not get it if you do it the actual time, because like it doesn't actually register with the beeps you're hearing because they like changed some stuff, which is a
Yeah.
little unfortunate. Like it kind of got a little lost, I think, in the English version of it. I think in Japanese it's probably awesome, and I've heard that it's pretty easy. Like once you find the right timing, like it's just you have to kind of play it
Yeah,
more
you
and
just
more.
gotta.
It's
I
like you
gotcha.
almost got a feel for it, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
it was a really neat thing that they did. I thought that was super tricky in Mother 3.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Interest. Just adding variety to that style of gameplay, because actually, the original Mother game, like the entire combat system, was 100% based on the style of gameplay of Dragon Quest. Like shit,
That makes so much sense. Yeah.
whatever his name is, Itoy or whatever, the guy who did the
Oh
Mother
yeah.
games, like he came out and said like I was really inspired, but I wanted to make a game that basically had that same battle system. And it's
Yeah, that
so
had
it
that.
has that elements, but it's adding in those super cool, unique things that makes the playing the game unique, and you know, like we said before, just the level of charm and love that these games have is something that absolutely needs to be brought back. And I'm 100% an advocate of, if they don't want to bring back that same guy, because it very clearly seems like he doesn't want to do Earthbound anymore for some reason. Because
Really?
well, I mean, if he did, then they would have brought Mother 3 over like forever ago.
I mean, I feel like I want to blame big corporations, blame Nintendo somehow. That's what I want to do.
I don't know, because he's been.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good point. Like honestly, like I'm sure if he really wanted to, they probably would have done it by now. So
he's
you're right.
had interviews where like people ask him, they'll be like, yeah, any plans for Mother 4, any plans for bringing Mother 3 over, and he's just like, nope, definitely not.
Oh,
Sorry.
really? That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's not good at all. I don't
So
like that.
I am 100% an advocate of them just completely giving the reins to Toby Fox, just absolutely handing the series over to him.
Yeah,
Because
why not?
if-
Especially if he'll take it.
If it comes out anything like Undertale, it's going to be a great game. And that game was basically made by like a team of like friggin' 2 people, pretty much.
Really? Oh, that's very impressive. That
pretty
game has
sure-
such a good following.
I'm pretty sure it was like him and Temmie or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But he was young when he made that game, and Temmie was young too. And they still have Deltarune going on. I don't know if they ever came out with any other chapters for that, but that's kind of like a follow-up type thing to Undertale. And
Oh, interesting, okay.
Undertale has like a very kind of retro style sprite based.
Yeah, I've seen like the
art
artwork
style.
and design. Like I've seen like that. I think I've seen Sans. I think is his name. Or Sans.
Sans, yeah.
Sans,
Yep.
Sans, whatever you want to call him. I've seen him before, and I've seen like a weird, what almost looks like it's a weird skeleton, but almost looks like I don't know, like an animal skeleton. It's like, I think it's the character I'm thinking of. I don't know. I might be thinking of something different.
Animal skeleton. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
There's-
sure.
But
There's
something
like a couple weird ones.
that game, the premise of that game is that the area, everyone, it's all monsters. You're the only human, and basically you're in a world, it's like an underground world that's filled with monsters. So naturally all of the enemies and all the characters and stuff look really friggin' weird and bizarre, and they look like they're pulled right from Earthbound. And I know,
Really?
like,
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, because Earthbound has more of that like kind of space aesthetic, but it also has that kind of look of like, this is jarring and bizarre. Like this,
Yeah,
does
like
not
a really
look natural.
a really wonky
Yeah,
type of enemy.
exactly.
Like, like a flat flowers that just with legs that kind of run.
Yes.
Like, yeah, like a bunch of
Absolutely.
like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The very very strange type of creatures.
Yeah, and I just think that Toby Fox would do an absolutely phenomenal job.
Yeah,
And
I would say I would definitely
he's a
agree.
wonderful musical composer too.
Yes, I was gonna say Undertale is very good music. I've heard a lot of the music, which is
Yeah.
really good. Obviously, the Smash song now,
Yeah, Megalovania is fucking
Megalovania.
nuts.
Dude. Literally, that song. I've heard that song in so many memes, and I just love it so much.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's definitely like an iconic game song. Like that literally will just
Oh yeah,
be in my heart forever. And I still haven't even played the game, and I really should.
you really should.
Well, maybe that's the next
and
homework game.
and that. Oh yeah, that's true. That's possible. One last thing is that like being able to save enemies or kill enemies, that contributes to the actual story too, because
really?
there's multiple different routes.
Oh, nice. I
like,
love games that have different endings.
Yeah, based on how many enemies you kill, how many enemies you save, and like it's the exact same way with the bosses too. All of the bosses, like all them that end up being like big main characters and like huge showdown fights, you can still either just not fight them and save them. And there's like
Interesting.
there are multiple. I think there are like 3 different neutral routes, depending on how many enemies you kill and save. But then there's also the pacifist route, where you save everyone, you don't kill anyone, and there's a genocide route, and they both unlock totally different final bosses with totally different changes to the story, and like the circumstances around it. It's nuts. Like
that sounds a lot more intricate than I heard it of.
Yeah. Well, I decided to do the pacifist route just because I was like, I don't really want to get into the whole stats and like, because I was already in the middle of some JRPGs at the time, so I was like, I don't really want to get super into it. And it was hard enough as it was, even just doing like saving them and stuff like that. But the genocide route apparently takes fucking forever, because not only do you have to kill everyone, you have to kill every single enemy in every single area before you move on.
Oh my god.
Like it's random encounter based, but there's a finite amount of random encounters. Like
that's so obnoxious.
After a while, well, I mean, like if you're doing a genocide route, after a while, if you kill enough of the enemies, there won't be any more enemies that spawn there. Because you've killed all of them.
But so you have to go to each area and just keep triggering random encounters?
For the genocide route, you have to keep walking around one area and keep killing all of the enemies until no more enemies show up. And you have to do that before you move on to the next area.
Yeah, that's so much grinding.
It takes fucking forever. But the result is like a wicked, scary, weird-ass ending where literally it marks your game. After you've done the genocide route, you can no longer do the pure pacifist route ever again on that save.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that a game where like if you restart, one of the characters calls you out on it or something like that? Isn't there like a type of wall break like that?
There's stuff where like it gets really fucking weird, especially in the pacifist route, like with a specific boss. He starts doing really fucking weird stuff where like he'll make you die, and then like it'll go to the regular game over screen, but then he'll basically break you out of it and be like, I want to kill you again, and just like keep doing shit like that. And then it'll do stuff where like it brings you back to the beginning, and like after you can't do the pure pacifist route, you have to beat the game. And then like once you go back in, as if you're gonna load your save, there's like a little cutscene, and it's like the final boss or whatever, he like talks to you and he's saying like, hey, I think there's actually some more stuff that you can do. So like if you go back into your save, there's more stuff you can do to further the pacifist route, and then that unlocks even more stuff, and you get the true pacifist ending.
Huh.
Yeah.
Stuff
Stuff like that though could be added super well in Earthbound, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I could see. Yeah, I think if they put like again like what I think the beauty of like remaking the games is like those games that we like at their core could just be with the additions and new technologies of just like 2020,
Yeah.
it could be like you could do so many cool things just based off of those. That would be just be so special.
Yeah, we can dream.
Yeah, we can dream, but unless we get buku bucks and billing and IP rights, we're just gonna be dreamers.
Well,
Speaking of dreamers, I gotta beat those dreamers up.
You gotta beat them. You gotta
Yeah.
get them. All right, we should probably start wrapping it up. We got a
Yeah, I think
pretty
so.
good time right now.
This is a healthy time.
Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to help us out, something that would be cool is you could give us a like or give us a follow or whatever on, whatever platform you're listening to this
Yeah.
on.
Your feedback is important. Lets us kind of know, people that are who's listening, who likes what things, what topics you guys like. So, if you guys do like stuff like this, the amount of likes we get, we might do this again. Might pick 2 new series each to talk about again. Really anything. We always like the feedback just to know that you guys like it.
Yeah, and you can drop us a review or anything like that on iTunes or on Spotify or whatever. Stuff like that. And then, of course, you can always follow us on social media. I am Corey Richmond on Twitter, and I think it's like Corey Richmond 6 on Instagram or something like that.
Yep, and you can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube at Shadowhawk SSB. Shadowhawk with an E at the end of Hawk. HAWKESSB. Otherwise, my name's Ryan. Definitely follow me for fun smash random tweets. A lot of Fortnite, a lot of good fun stuff, fun games.
Good fun stuff.
Good fun stuff. That's my motto. Good fun stuff.
Good fun stuff. Just like this episode.
I'll say this has been some good fun stuff.
Yeah, good fun stuff.
As a good fun stuff aficionado, I approve this podcast.
Ryan approves this message.
Yeah, I do approve this message. Yep.
All right. Well,
But
let's
guys,
get
it
on
was
out
fun.
of here.
Yeah, it was fun. Farewell, friends.
Have a good one.